Hi, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'll be giving you my golden rules for how to make the most money out of your street food business. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. So firstly is to buy in bulk. So this is where you buy your produce, your vegetables, your seasoning, your spices, your grains, your nuts as well. Everything that you're going to need for your street food business. If you could buy everything in bulk, keep it in a dry storage area and make sure you utilize the economies of scale. Being able to buy cheaply and being able to sell for a slightly higher margin is so much better than if you was to buy everything more individually and in smaller packs, because that's where they get you. They tell you, they package it smaller so they can sell it slightly higher than if you buy it in bulk, so in like 5 kilos or 10 kilos of salt and stuff like that. You will see the difference as you lower your costs. And also to buy your packaging in bulk, so not individuals as well. Get them in nice boxes. Go to a wholesaler or a packaging company and they'll be able to offer you the best trays, boxes, bags and stuff like that. Buy all of that in bulk so then you know how much it is for each one that you're potentially selling it to the customer. It's super important just so that you can keep within your budget and to make sure that you know how much each of your items cost. Because at the end of it, the profit margin is the most important and you want to make sure your costs are as low as they can be, and obviously buying bulk is one way of doing that. So the next is to reduce your waste. Super important. So when you buy in bulk, you buy everything and you make everything in bulk. But if you waste and you don't sell, then that's money down the drain. You don't want that. If you're going to be starting a street food business, you want to be tightening up your wallets and making sure that everything that you put into the business, potential costs, is going to end up giving you the margins at the end of it. So what you want to do is potentially have an estimate of how many portions you want to serve on a day and maybe have 20% extra in case there's extra customers, and just sell that. If you make too much on the day, or if you bring too much and there's not enough customers, or if the weather's not good and there could be delays or stuff like that, what will be able to recover that money back? So making sure that you have just about enough and a bit some, and making sure that you don't overestimate. That will be key to being able to reduce waste and not throwing money down the bin. So yeah, do pay attention to, if you can minimize as much waste, then it means that you have more margins at the end of it. So my third tip is to use chicken, pork, or seasonal produce or vegetables in whatever you're selling. I say chicken and pork because it's slightly more cheaper than if you was to use beef or lamb or duck or seafood, and a lot more people are comfortable eating chicken or sometimes pork as well. But definitely chicken is nice and safe and it's cheap as well, so you could bulk buy that, marinate meats or have that in curries, barbecue it, skewer it. So many different styles you can use with chicken as well, so that's a good meat alternative to give to customers, and potentially a vegan option which is vegetables or tofu and stuff like that, because then you can have an open market for everyone and to be able to cater to everyone. So my general rule for pricing and making the most money out of your street food business is making sure you know your costs. So if your costs are £2, make sure that you can get 3 times as much of that, at least. So £2 cost of making the food, and you'll be pricing at £6. This is super key. This is the bare minimum. This is probably how you should probably start as well, in order to gain customers feedback, positive feedback, getting those good reviews, offering value for money. And it's a nice entry point because you get a nice margin as well. £4 margin, and as you progress month on month, maybe potentially year, this is where you start to hopefully find ways to reduce your costs overall. So if you can reduce that £2 to £1.50, and if you build up a decent loyal customer base, and you can up your price maybe by 50p, maybe 6 months or another 6 months, or potentially to £7, your costs will be £1.50 and your potential selling price is £7. So you're ultimately getting £5.50 at the end of it. This is a progression. You don't start with £1.50 and you end up with £7.50 in the start. it becomes super risky because ultimately you want people to try first and maybe get them hooked onto it. So if you offer at £6, that's a nice entry level, being able to try something and then they could decide if they like it or not. Hopefully that's value for money, hopefully it looks good, hopefully it tastes good, but ultimately you want that attention, you want to grab the customer's attention and build that following, loyalty going on before you can increase any sort of prices. But obviously you don't have to increase your prices if you can reduce bulk buy and reduce your waste overall, because this is key. Every little helps, because if you can reduce your waste overall and you could bulk buy, you're already making quite a lot of savings in that sense, and you're already increasing your margins. But if you can increase your pricing as you go along according to the market environment or what you're actually selling and what the standard of price is, you'll be able to adjust the prices and to maximize as much as you're selling, which is a win-win on all sense. But you're also making sure that your budgets are tight, you're making sure your costs are tight, and you are aware of your finances, because that's super key. There's no point overspending on expensive ingredients if you're going to sell it at a medium range price. You need to make sure it fits the pricing to your costs, because that's the biggest mistake that people do. They just make what they want to make, they sell it at they think that is a good price for them, but they're actually losing a lot of money from buying expensive ingredients, off-peak produce, and then selling at a reasonable price where the margins are maybe like £2-3, and that's just nothing. So do pay attention to that, and do try to stick to costs times 3 equals price, and hopefully you'll be able to get those margins. And as long as you can get those margins that is comfortable for you and for your business, then you can reduce waste, buy bulk, increase prices as much as you want. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. Every time there's a subscribe, I'm just like, yes, and it means that I am able to share my experiences and hopefully be able to help you with your street food business or any business in general as well, which is awesome. Do leave in the comments below if you have any questions. I've been Business with Dave, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.